Hey, my friends. So I'm trying to find out what this little thing is. Is it like a grip head? Is it like a gobo head? You know, sometimes film equipment can be quite confusing and everybody calls it like differently, right? And you have all those lists. You have like, lighting equipment, grip equipment, you have the camera equipment, and different people are using different things like Excel, Word. Sometimes you just get new versions in an email, and that can be cumbersome. It can be cumbersome for your fellow team members across the departments, for the production, of course, also for a rental house. That's why we've partnered up. Yamdu and ARRI Rental are now presenting a new equipment tool to collaborate on equipment lists in the cloud. So let's take a look together what this actually. Oh, sorry. Okay, just a sec. All right. So the camera crane is on shooting day 13 and the 17th the 17th of March is shooting day 13. And then on the 18th shooting day, okay, you need the crane again, but no remote head for that. Okay, I take a note. I will notify the rental house. And yeah, I think I got it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, thanks. All right. All right, and yeah, of course, there's also special gear, right, that moves with the shooting schedule. All right, I think it's time for a collaborative tool in the cloud. Let's take a look. If you open the ARRI Rental equipment tool for the first time, you're asked if you want to log in with an existing Yamdu account or sign up for free to get a Yamdu account. There are some advantages if you do that, if you do have an account, because you can store your lists, reuse them, share them, work collaboratively with other people and comment them. But there's also a way to actually continue without an account. You can see there is the ARRI Rental catalog for camera, grip, and lighting to the left, and on the right you have like your selected equipment. And you can just start and create your lists, so keep working on lists. However, I'm going to show you like exactly the same feature right within a Yamdu account. If you've never been in Yamdu before, it's pretty easy. So you see all your projects in this area, and let's click here. You can always see like what's going on in a project, and there are some, little project management tools that you can use apart from your crew list. But in this case, we want to move right down to equipment. All right, so here we already have our equipment list, Love at Sunset, in this overview of all the lists. There's only one here so far. And it has been created by a friend from ARRI Rental, Stefan, and Stefan has created this as a more like generically named list. So I want to rename it. I click here and say this is just for the camera department. All right, and it's saved. Switch your views if you prefer like a list view, like a table view. I prefer this card view. And now I want to go into my camera equipment list. On the right side, we have the selected equipment. So all we add from the left side will be added to the right side, because the right side is kind of your shopping list, so to say. It's called selected equipment. You can see here, this is called a kit, the ARRI Alexa Mini LF camera kit. So what does a kit mean? If I click on this, I will see in a detail view not only the camera body itself and its weight, but also what is part of the kit, like cables and accessories and adapters and the case, of course, right? So that's pretty neat. They also suggest to me what else I might need. I can add this directly in here, or also here if you click on the little arrow or chevron, and you will see again like recommended accessories or equipment that kind of fits for this camera body, like this Codex compact drive reader. And if I add another one, it will also update the list to the right. There, of course, I could also add one or subtract one or two, and it's pretty much the same thing. So you just add your selected equipment over time. What you can see here, there's a little comment. By the way, you can always access all comments across Yamdu, all projects and lists, in this little notifications area in the upper area over here. But in this case, let's click directly on this comment. So Frederick Raymond, our DOP, lets me know that, hey, for testing, please set it to ARRI RAW, 3.8K, 16:9 UHD, thanks. Yeah, well, yes, if I would be a person who knows what the heck that means, yeah, sure, will do, right? All right, that's how you can communicate and use the contacts. Now, you can also see who is currently also live right in this very same list. Right now, it's just me, but it will show you if, for example, a gaffer is working on the same list or your first AC at the same time, so just to be aware of. You can obviously also search for things. So we already have some nice Enso Prime lenses here, but maybe I want to search for signature primes. Let's take this one, 15 millimeter, and also add like directly from the detail view. And it gets added to my selected equipment list down below. Very good. Now, it's not only ARRI equipment that you can add here. You can actually manage your own equipment and also add custom equipment. So this can be reused across your projects. Let's say for camera, I have, I don't know, my favorite portable 7-inch monitor, and I only have one, and I don't know, it weighs 2 pounds, pretty heavy. And I add it here. So this is how you can also like integrate your own items in here, and then the production, of course, also a rental house would know, okay, this is from your own like kit that you rent out maybe to the production. Here on the context menu, and like remove it, change the quantity, edit the item, but you can also add a note. So a note is something different than a comment. A note will actually stay right in here in the list and also in the exports. So you let somebody know something about a specific item, like here that we will decide during testing which monitor we will be using. Now, again, different from a comment, this note stays also on the exports. And of course, we could now go on and add like a nice dolly, see all those beautiful dollies here from Japan, to the camera list and also lighting equipment, but we want to do a separate list. So let's go back to the equipment area and add a new list. Let's say this is Love at Sunset of the lighting equipment list. And we could actually enter an empty list, or actually we could use a template from an existing project. So I have access to all the lists from all the projects I've been part of here, and Secrets of the Heart that was also shot for television, and I already have a lighting list here that should be be pretty much the same, so I can build on this one. So it has imported the list, and now I can see, all the pre-populated data in here from the previous project. And we go to lighting. Here you can see there are also other brands like Dedolight, and I can maybe add a Dedolight kit, and so on and so on. So it's pretty much the same as what we saw in the camera area, obviously, right? In case we also want to add some more heavy equipment here, we can again see the other accessories that are suggested. And I just add some cables. And as you know, cables can become quite heavy. So you might have noticed that down below, we always see the total weight of that selected equipment list. Now here it's shown in pounds because this user is located in the United States. But I go to my user settings just to show you where you can do this. Case you say you're located, for example, in Germany, it will obviously change to the metric system and automatically convert for those users that need it is to kilograms. And this is a pretty cool feature because it shows you in the production what kind of trucks or production vehicles you might need for transportation. Let's quickly see if I can actually find like this is. Let's type grip head. Oh, here we go, right? 2.5-inch grip head. So that's what they call it. Does it look like the same thing? Yeah, I mean, that's this little fellow, right? Nice. All right, so I'm sure what it is. Now, what you can also do, sometimes maybe you're on set and you want to do this and the display should not be too bright, or maybe you prefer in general a dark interface. So you can also switch this in your user settings. And I will bring it back to the bright interface, which I prefer more. What you can also do is you can actually download an equipment list anytime, of course. So for that purpose, I go back to my camera list and all looks good, and I click on download. Now this opens a field area where you can enter additional information, right? So I already have like the first day of testing and the loading date, and I say my first day of shooting is maybe the 5th of March, and the last day of shooting, oh yeah, of course the last day of shooting cannot be the 28th of February, it should rather be the 28th of March, and the return date is maybe then Monday on the 31st. You can see in case you want to use ARRI Rental, you can choose the location like Prague, and the production company. I mean, I was invited here by ARRI Rental, but maybe that's just Bird Pictures Limited. So it just gives some basic information, and you hit download. And let's remember, of course, as we added a note to a specific item, this note is then also visible in our camera list and overview. All right, that's how to do like downloads. Now, what you can also do is you can send a request to ARRI Rental in case you want to rent. You might just need in addition an email address like a contact of the production, because probably the production company will be the contracting party, and you send a request to ARRI. So you don't like rent right now, right? You need a quote and a pricing first, but this speeds up the process a lot. So you will also then get a confirmation email and again see the list that has been shared with ARRI and that also went directly into their system. Now let's go back to the tool for one last thing. Over here in your list section, you can always see who has actually access, right? Who can write, who can only read and comment. Well, I want to add another user. So you go to crew and you just go to add, invite user, and you need the email and first and last name. Let's say we want to invite somebody as maybe as the producer. And down below, you can see like all the access rights for that user. And obviously for the equipment area, this person can maybe not see it, which would not make a lot of sense in our case, or only see it and comment it, or actually edit it. And then you just click on invite and the user will get an invitation email. And yeah, it helped me already to find out what all this stuff, there's even more stuff. So, all right, so what is this now? Oh, well. What the heck? Thanks for watching. If you think this is useful, then please drop a like and leave a subscribe. Thank you. See you next time.